What's up, baby dolls? Thanks for tuning in to the Look What We Found podcast. My name is Daniel, and I'm here with
Louie,
Jasmine,
and welcome to the show.
welcome. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's been a while. We're glad. If you guys are back, thank you for fucking coming back. But don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
And you're welcome for coming back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
as well.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We have a whole new studio. The
Yeah.
thing was,
Right.
we had to redo this studio.
Yep.
It wasn't right, and so it took us a while
Yeah.
to get back. So, but now we're back.
We
and
have a
that's
tiny
why-
little box here. We moved it a little bit.
Mhm.
You can't see it, but
right? We're
If
all
you're-
about quality.
If you're wondering why
Mm-hmm.
Louis' haircut looks so great, it's the lighting mostly.
yeah.
Pretty much.
It
is.
All right, guys. So, welcome back. Obviously, it's been a while. So excited to be back. So my story today is about Dolly Parton. So
The great
the great. I'm sorry, Ms.
sir.
I know I was gonna say sir, and it just didn't sound right.
Queen.
So yes. So apparently, Reba and her are pretty good friends.
Reba who?
Reba McEntire.
Okay.
Right. So, I guess recently she did this article that reads, Reba McEntire recently revealed that the only way she can communicate with Dolly Parton is via fax machine. So,
No printer.
right. No
Yeah.
printer. Fax. So I guess she just went on the Andy Cohen show, and she said that Dolly doesn't text. That they basically have been working together for years and years, and the only way she can communicate with her is to send her a fax.
It's like the Borat movie. Did you guys see that?
Yes. I
Years
remember
ago.
that part.
He goes into basically he goes into like, I don't know, maybe it's like a Kinko's or some store that's not open anymore. And he does that. He sits there with the guy and he sends messages back and forth via fax
Yeah.
Just
machine.
fax.
Yeah.
When was the last time you guys used a fax? Or did you guys ever?
at work?
At work.
Yeah,
That's
at
the
work.
only time I've ever had to use it is
Oh, shit,
is for
still?
I've never
work.
done it for personal reason.
Still, I don't think I've ever like really used a fax.
At work, they're called e-faxes now.
Oh, now they're like high tech.
Which, like, what the fuck is an e-fax?
Get
Just
rid
send
of
an
it.
email.
Bullshit. It's a
Exactly.
bunch of bullshit. It's to make you subscribe to something because, like, I go and I open up the e-fax page, which is a website,
Right.
and then I have to put in a phone number.
Uh-huh.
Why? Why can't I just send an email?
It's
I'm
so
already
stupid.
scanning it to the thing,
Yeah.
and they suck. They're terrible.
Yeah, it still comes in like a shitty fucking fax.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
they
say,
still look like shit.
like where does it go into? It's not going into a phone, right?
I mean, I don't know. We have a fax line.
Does anything
our-
come in?
It comes into the e-fax.
Oh
I don't
my
And
get
God.
then we have to open up the e-fax to print it out on the printer.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's a scam. It's a
It's
scam.
It has to
ridiculous.
be.
Yeah, it's
for
a huge
for us,
scam.
when we got sent home during the pandemic, you're like we were so used to sending fax to review medical documents or whatever it was, and then all of a sudden it turns out that you can do it through Outlook if you just put fax period and then the fucking number, or I think it's the other way around, but whatever. And I was like, why weren't we doing this shit before?
I think maybe it has to do with the secureness of the fax.
I don't know. I still am like, if it's not going to a phone, what the hell is it doing?
I don't know what it's doing.
Okay, so another question, like, because obviously, I don't know if she does this because she's old or if she does this because,
It's got to be on purpose, right?
well, it could be because she's famous and that's a more secure way to communicate.
So it is more secure.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
but
not that, but I was talking about e-fax.
but it's like, if you guys were famous, what would you guys do? Like,
What would our hurdles be to get to us?
would you guys do like have a special phone, have it go through somebody else, or would you guys do something like this where it's like a fax? Because I know Jamie Lee Curtis,
Mhm.
she also, I think Lindsay Lohan said in an interview that she has to like send her an email and she'll get a questionnaire back to be like, what was the salad I had on the set of Freaky Friday every Tuesday?
What
like
an asshole.
she'll send things to make sure it's her. So do you guys think you guys would have like some kind of firewall, or what do you guys think you guys would do?
I mean, I think I would have fun with sending maybe a bounce back email to make sure that that it's really you. Like
Uh-huh.
I would be like, Daniel, what drugs did we do when we went to
to
fucking here?
make sure it's really not me, an imposter. Not
Exactly.
imposter.
Right.
But you have to keep in mind that in these people's world, they're probably
I like how that's mine.
I know,
What drugs
right?
do we do all the time? You
We
fucking
did it, we
loser.
did it.
I know, right?
No, but I
Crackhead.
But these people probably get emails from like fucking second cousins and whoever. Can I get a
Randos.
roll?
I
of
definitely
money,
don't
whatever.
think email would be, because already like does anyone? I've never been on the email train
The email.
when it was like, even when people used it
Yeah, I don't like emails
before texting. Were you alive during this time, Jasmine? Is there a time when people were just emailing and not texting that you can remember?
Well, like MySpace days, I think it was more.
It was
prevalent.
around like the late 90s, I think, or
Right.
something like
early
that.
2000s. Yeah,
And even my dad, I
Yeah.
remember saying, don't leave me a voicemail. Just send me an email.
Oh
you know?
my God.
Like,
Right.
we're just too busy to be listening to
Yeah,
voicemail.
yeah.
Sit on your computer, open it up, type it out,
Yeah.
and send it to me, baby, because I ain't got time to
Yeah,
listen. No.
Did your dad have an AOL account still?
No, I don't know if we had like that early on adapters of the internet where it was like peon, peon.
How annoying was that thing?
Oh, it sucked, dude. The whole thing sucked. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, like do you guys remember?
And you didn't know where to go or what to do.
if it didn't work, you were just kind of sitting there for an hour.
It
Like,
was
trying
just
to
it was
see.
just the. Did you ever get in the chat rooms, Louis?
I never got into chat rooms.
You
but I
never
did-
ran into a chat
Oh
room?
yeah.
No.
ASL.
ASL, dude.
No.
ASL
She's
chat.
asked me that
ASL.
shit too, and I was like,
Do you
I
know
just
what
never did.
ASL is?
Yes, she told me what it was.
Okay,
Yeah.
well
But I
let's
did
tell us
before.
again,
Well,
huh?
hear it. Let's hear it.
What do you mean?
What does it stand for?
Yeah, what is it?
See,
you
now
know
it's gonna
so
turn
much.
it. Now it's gonna turn into like, was he really listening to me?
yeah. So
No,
were
but I
you?
just want to know what
the
you
answer
know.
is no.
You don't know.
And everyone here knew that answer. No, but it's like, what about chain mails?
What's a
The chain mails where it'd be like, send this
Oh.
to 20 people, or
I
else
hated
you're gonna
that
get
shit.
bad luck.
dude? You just sent me to a time
Spooky,
capsule,
right?
dude.
Yeah, that's
whole
crazy.
chain.
Right?
Yeah, or it's bad luck or
Yeah,
whatever.
and people
Gotta
would be
do
like,
it.
you should just send it just in case. I sent it to your aunt, and then I sent it to this
You know what that
person.
reminds me of? When people go on Facebook and they're like, "You cannot use my personal information." Did you ever see those people?
Yes.
Get a life.
What about when
Grow
people?
up.
What about when people would get really upset about their top 5 in MySpace?
Oh, top 8.
top
great.
8, whatever it was,
Yeah,
dude.
she's not on there.
That would end friendships.
I could not deal with that.
It's too much pressure.
The top 8 drama was too much for me, man.
Yeah.
And it was all like I was always trying to like cheat the system. So like I would always try to be boom, I put like my brother
Yes.
and like my cousin.
Oh,
People like my
family.
family members so
you
that
wouldn't
like
have to make that choice.
if I ever got a girlfriend, they can't bump the line. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
Yeah.
sorry, it's my cousin.
Solid.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's kind of how I got around it. But
What about the songs? Like, you know,
Oh.
I'd be like, this is because this is this obscure song because I'm obscure. and
Mhm.
cool.
Unfortunately, I was the song guy.
For sure.
There's no way I wasn't. And I don't even remember the songs, but I know me, dude. And I'd be like, listen, you guys don't know.
let me
But-
put you on
yeah.
this fucking game right here.
But Elliott Smith was so depressing. And I was like, but he was sending messages. His lyrics
Oh
are
my
beautiful.
gosh.
I am sure I didn't have like somebody like him, but I know me enough that I was definitely putting some stupid shit up
Something
there.
obnoxious.
I think that MySpace was the greatest social media platform.
I
that ever
couldn't
walked
agree
the
with
earth.
you fucking
taught you how to
more.
code.
I just don't think that the computers were there yet, because people would code their page
Right.
and you'd be like, click, 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 click,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
you'd be like scrolling, and then the song would be like,
yeah.
startle you. But I thought, like when the Facebook switch happened,
Yeah.
I was so confused by why everyone wanted to use it as opposed to
That's so
MySpace, because
fucking
it
funny,
seemed so
dude.
fucking boring.
It's
you know?
definitely more boring, right? There was like no music. It was just there. It was like for old
It's-
people for a while.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the typical exclusivity, dude. It was before. With MySpace, anybody can have it, and you're right. I also didn't get it because to me it was like you can create your own background. This is me in a fucking webpage, dude. And it was a little bit of an asshole thing to just make it all fucking weird or whatever. But you had choices. But with MySpace, it was, I think, since it started with Ivy Leagues, and then you're now
Facebook, you mean?
Facebook.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. With Facebook, their thing was just like, well, not everybody can have this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so that was the sell, and I can't believe it stuck. But Mark, if you're listening, Zuckerberg, of course, not my cousin.
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Burger. Yeah, fucking. I don't know. Change it to. I didn't even have.
What I think we should do is I think we could be very successful if we relaunched.
Bring MySpace
We
back.
buy the rights to MySpace.
From Justin Timberlake?
Does he own
He
it?
owns it now because he wants to make it a music
At one point, he
platform.
bought it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we call up Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Tell him we saw his latest video that went viral, him dancing, and that was pathetic.
Yeah.
And then we say we'd like to discuss an acquisition.
Yes.
Because there's no way he's doing anything.
No,
it turned into the MySpace music page.
Which like bring back the old MySpace. Like
It would be wildly
Right.
successful. Like
I would join. And I don't
especially
join.
Y2K is back. Cargo pants are back. Bring MySpace back.
yeah. Dude, I even I had a friend that was MySpace famous, rivaling Tila Tequila.
Whoa,
She was up
She
there
was
with her.
up there.
And her name is Jen, and everyone calls her, remember MySpace Jen? She was one of the early people to like get all
I
those
forgot about Tila.
followers
Oh.
Yeah.
and had some fame in the MySpace world, but never could transition like Tila Tequila.
Do you still
did.
know her?
I do, yeah.
Oh, hit her up.
We'll get her on.
Get her on the
We'll
show.
We'll get her on and we'll ask her all
MySpace
about it.
Jen.
Yeah, MySpace Jen.
Whoa.
We're coming for you.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, Jen. That's all.
I know,
That's all I
sorry,
have for
Jen.
you.
That was a little
But I hope you can make it one day. I have a story here. It says photographer deletes all wedding photos after being denied food and a break. Now,
Okay. I see what you're saying.
yeah. So, how do you guys feel about? I'll get into the details of the story,
Mhm.
but how do you feel
Mhm.
about? Do you feel like it's a requirement to feed your employee or
for a
should they-
wedding?
for a wedding, or should should they expect to just pack a lunch?
Okay, well, having worked in the industry, Louis.
Oh, here we go.
They usually fed you because it's like you'll be filming or taking pictures for like 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really have time to run out and get food. And I guess, you could pack a lunch or something like that, but usually you're expected they'll usually feed you.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I fed
think
mine.
I think it's annoying. Like, is a requirement. I think it's a nice thing to do,
Yes.
but so like to have to do it is also if somebody's demanding like, hey, where's my free lunch? I'd be like, dude, relax. Like
Yeah.
I'm paying you to be here. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So
I definitely wouldn't delete their pictures and like hold their pictures
Yeah.
ransom. I think that's going overboard.
Well, for me, I think it's a nice thing to do. We've always done it at the house. If, for instance, the last
All the time, all the weddings you had at the house?
No, but when we have people, okay, so for
All
instance,
the venues you booked were with the
Look,
videographers
look,
and
you
photographers?
let me finish
This
my
guy-
story. When
Please, no.
Oh,
Please tell
man.
me all the times
In-
you've done it.
In my immediate family has done it a couple times, but my other families, when we have vendors, or in my case, when I hired a mariachi band for my mom's birthday,
Okay.
there was like
Fair.
7 of those motherfuckers, and they all ate the tacos, which was fine. All I'm saying is maybe you can sneak in 2 songs extra on
Right?
you guys.
Because
Right.
they're there like an hour. These guys are there all day, man. Like
Yeah,
8
so-
hours.
But still, if they're like, hey, if you don't give me my free food, I'm deleting all of your wedding
That's
photos.
going-
Okay, so
Like-
this guy here, it says a wedding photographer who was actually a dog groomer and a friend of the couple deleted all the wedding photos because he was denied food, water, and a break during his $250 job. So not a very high-paying job.
Not at all.
No.
The photographer
That's
had
probably why they couldn't afford to feed them.
yeah, maybe.
No
The
water
photographer
for
had
him.
to work 8. It says 8. I'm assuming they meant to put 8 hours, but the food was served. Oh, had to work at 8. I'm assuming, but the food was served at 5, and he was not allowed to eat or even get a seat at the table. So he talked to the groom. And he said that he wanted food to eat in a break, and the guy said no.
Mhm.
And if he didn't like it, he can just leave without a paycheck.
Oh.
Yeah.
So in a case like this, though, I think it says more about the groom, right? If this guy is supposed to be your friend, and he's not really a photographer by trade, he's not a stranger.
He's doing you a
You're
solid.
like, hey, dude, you're doing me a solid. We're paying you $250, which I don't think is a lot of money for a photographer.
No.
I think the
No.
groom, like in this case, I think I sided with Daniel that the groom was being a little bit of an asshole.
Right.
Mhm.
Getting more details. Water. You can't deny anybody water. You would get a break if you were doing any job for 8 hours, you know?
The thing that I really want to discuss with you guys is here's the thing I can't stand the most.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me.
Tell me who I am. Tell me who I am. Drive up to my window. Drive up to my window.
Drive up to his window.
Hi, blah 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 blah. And then give me your debit card. And they go, it's gonna ask you a question.
Oh, God.
The tip thing.
The fucking tip thing.
Yeah, and you didn't do shit.
And here's the lingo, though. That's the lingo.
That's
It's
true.
gonna ask you a question, as
Right.
if they have nothing
one.
to do with the question
Yeah.
that it's asking me. It's like they're placing the whole blame
Mhm.
on the credit card reader. When I know you can bypass that feature,
And I know they saw the question. Want to know why? Because last weekend,
they're like, it might be a survey.
we went
Yeah,
out to
I
a
don't know.
brewery,
Test could be algebra.
and it already had the highest percentage picked out.
Dude, it's so high. And
I was like,
I know that's not the richest topic of the super high tipping. It's
Right.
old news. But for some reason, recently, nothing. Just because of the
Whoa.
way they ask it. It's going to ask you a question. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here. It's
I
gonna
don't
ask me a
disagree with that.
question.
What about when you go pick up food and they still ask you for a tip?
oh,
That's
Do
the
you guys-
same thing.
Do you guys tip when you guys are doing a pickup?
Oh,
yeah, because
man.
this guy's, we're driving, and
Yeah.
you're walking in there. What?
You're doing the work.
Yeah, we're
and-
going.
What's the
What
tip
the
for?
fuck,
For
dude?
who?
You're putting it in the bag.
Yeah.
And I think, and I know we discussed this before, but I fucking can't stand when they go, in order to keep, they have a sign in the menus now at some places, and it says, in order for us to keep our wages competitive for our staff, we are implementing a 18%,
Right.
you know,
Tip, automatic
gratuity,
gratuity.
Yeah.
automatic gratuity. And I was like, well, fuck you, man,
Mm-hmm.
because that should come out of your
That's
pocket.
true. You're not paying them enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're still charging us more
Right.
when the prices increase on the thing. So you're not splitting your profit with your staff. You want me to do it.
And yes.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
And I mean, that's the whole basis of tipping, right?
Yeah.
But I was going to say, and the waiters are making a lot of money now, man. They're
Yeah.
at like $20 an hour.
I like that now you're
dude.
not part of the industry.
I
though.
know. All of a sudden, you're
All of
like
a sudden,
the
now you're the
waiters.
man.
The waiters.
They are, though, dude.
That's
Vicky
true.
just got a job at this place,
Yeah.
and she's waiting tables, and she makes $20 an hour plus tips. That's probably like $30 an hour.
Yeah.
That's probably like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean?
True.
Because I think on two incomes, me and Amber
Yeah.
waiting tables, we probably might do a lot better.
Yeah, it depends, man.
You know?
Maybe. Then you're gonna
Especially
be
if I'm
like-
like, it's gonna ask you
Yeah,
a question.
question.
God damn, if I hear that one more time,
Oh,
I'm
man.
fucking lose it.
You should record it next time.
Record it all the time and make a compilation.
I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna spend lots of money just so I can get this on
Yeah.
video for you guys.
Yeah, no
we'll
problem.
make a short and put Daniel's a bad tipper. Him
Yeah.
Jason.
All right, this is an old story that you guys have probably seen before, and it's basically. Have we watched this before, Louis?
We watched something like this. I don't know if it's the same one.
Okay, have you seen this, Jasmine?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, this is a violinist playing her violin
Oh.
while the surgeons are operating on her brain to remove a brain tumor.
Mhm.
So, what she's trying to do is make sure that they don't hit part of her brain that would make her not be able to play the violin, right? Which, quite frankly, is probably most of her whole body when
Yeah.
you think about it.
That's
So,
crazy.
She's playing the violin as they're doing surgery. So there's obviously not a lot of, there's no general anesthesia, and it's probably
That's crazy. Like, so they do this in order to keep doing what? Like,
to know what not to remove.
right,
right?
because there's so little they know about the brain. And
so
so
they could preserve her ability to play music?
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So they're taking out the tumor, and if they like, if they hit the thing and she's like, or she's like, not that part. Man, let's go around that part. So they're trying to map her brain.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's
What's
wild.
crazier is she's awake, I think.
Yeah.
I know.
And the surgeons are like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, she sounds pretty good still. We're
Yeah.
good to go. Like,
Here's
Yeah.
what's crazy.
Did you mean to hit the A flat there?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah.
yeah. That was a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what's crazy. that if your gift or whatever you're trying to make sure that they don't mess up is something that you cannot do at on an operating bed, you're fucked.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What if your thing is like
Making pottery
riding a
and you're like-
motorcycle?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you do wheelies or whatever, and then that's your thing. You're fucked, right? Like your
Right.
balance. I don't
Mhm.
know. How do you?
Well, what I was gonna ask is, Jasmine, like, if you were gonna like, all right, Jasmine, there's a tumor in your brain. You know, we have to take it out. So
Uh-huh.
really sorry. And you're like, wait, doctor, whatever.
Yeah.
What would it be that you're going to preserve?
My skill?
What skill is it? What are you gonna make sure that
I know what it is.
that they're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
keep doing? I know what it is. First, Jasmine can go, then Louis can think what it is.
I was obviously my comedic value.
That's what I thought she was gonna say.
My puns, dude.
Her puns.
My puns.
Louis would be like, take it
I
out.
know.
Yeah. It's like-
I can't deprive the
I-
world of that.
So
I
the
can't.
Louis,
we talk about it every fucking day. I really do think that at least five days out of the week
You're
we
so
talk
lucky.
about her puns and how it's like I was like, you just can't help it, huh?
mm-hmm.
And it's just like,
It's a disservice.
yeah. And then it was like, do you think like what percentage do you think are good, and then what percentage do you think are bad? And then like, and when I go like, I don't know if I see it the same way, but I don't know how. Like, I think she would you would have to give her things, you would have to say something,
Right.
and she'll just have to say a pun.
I get
She
a little
just
snare
can't-
drum and it goes.
and then and that's her thing, puns.
Mhm.
That's exactly what I was gonna guess.
right.
I feel like the newlywed game. I fucking would have guessed. it
I
right
have
there.
a Jasmine joke saved
Oh,
please.
just
nice.
for this special occasion.
Okay.
Feel free to use it. You can take full credit for it.
All
It
right.
also happens to be a Halloween joke.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Now, was this your joke?
This is a special thing because Jasmine loves Halloween.
She loves Halloween.
True.
And it's also a Jasmine joke. It's a double,
Okay.
Double Jasmine.
so-
yeah, the
We'll
double.
see.
and I bet you she'll get it. What is the scariest plant in nature? Scariest plant in nature.
Mm. I don't know. I just want to hear it.
It's bamboo.
Ah, that was good, dude. That one was good.
Yeah, I
Good
know
one.
when she likes them too.
How do you know?
She does like a look first, like
It's like kudos.
like a yes, like a,
It's like
and then
Specs.
she goes, "It was good."
All right, let's do the baby doll.
All right, baby doll. Let's see here. Okay. Now we don't have the sound effects, but we'll add them later. Don't worry about it. So I guess we do.
We do.
The
Exposed.
baby doll of the week is an auto mechanic that turned doctor at 51 years of age. His name is Carl Alambi. So here's a guy that at the tender age of 38,
Okay.
at 38, he decided to go back to school and get his bachelor's, and it was in business.
Okay.
But then when he took a biology class, because he had to, it was just a class that he needed, it reminded him that when he was a kid, he wanted to be a doctor. Now, for most of us, that would just be like, cool. I remember I wanted to be a doctor.
Right. Yeah,
but
yeah.
for this guy,
I'm
he
stuck in
just
this fucking.
yeah, he decided,
Shop.
he got inspired and then decided to go back to school and pursue a whole different fucking career. And did the whole 7 years, and well, it was probably more than 7, but at age of 51, he finally became a fucking doctor, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it's some guy that was just fixing cars for most of his life.
Wow.
I don't
Does it
know,
say
man.
what kind of doctor he is?
He is a emergency medicine. I think it says emergency medicine physician. So for Cleveland Clinic. So I don't know.
Emergency.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's general. I don't know. But people like that, I always admire, because I think the older I get, the less of a fuck I give about my dreams, and that
Sad.
you know, like
Oh
not
my-
aside from this, you know, like or even like
Did you have any other dreams that you can think of?
I'm trying to think what
Or it's just been so long that we've forgotten?
Right.
for me, I do feel like it's all been so repressed now. I don't even know what my dreams are.
Mhm.
But I did have a dream last night, and I remember it.
Okay.
And then I'm
He's doing
glad.
like literal dreams.
Yeah, I had a literal dream.
He likes
But
same thing.
I had a dream that I went to see some Muay Thai fights,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, my old coach was like, "Hey, we need you to fight." When
Oh,
that would
shit,
never
dude.
happen,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, "I can't. I'm out of shape. Fucking, it just everything. No.
No.
And I got peer pressured into it, and I'm fucking gonna do it. And I'm like, and I put on the shorts. They wrapped my
small.
hands.
Dude, can you imagine, dude?
They wrapped my hands, and I was like, all right, dude. I would just remember thinking, you're going to get your ass kicked unless you can fucking finish it in the first round.
Right.
So just go for it in the first round and don't try to, go to the distance,
Right,
So
right,
I was
right.
just like, that was my mentality. And then I think I was walking into the ring. I didn't even make it to
And
the
you
ring.
gassed out.
No. They gave
Going
me an
up the
kneecap. And then her alarm went off.
Oh, thank
And
God.
I woke
That's
up
what
And you
he
thought it was the
said.
bell.
so happy. I told her in the morning, as soon as I was like, I'm so glad your fucking alarm went off.
Oh, man.
And then I'll tell you about it later. And I was like, because of my dream, I didn't get to go in there and get my ass kicked.
I just feel like if that were to happen in real life
Yeah.
and we went to go see some fights together,
Yeah.
I would be so happy if something like that happened and
Yeah.
you stacked up, put on the
yeah.
shorts,
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, Louis gonna fucking fight right now.
Yeah.
I could die. I could die happy.
Oh my God. I
What
was
if
just
they asked both of you guys?
Oh,
like,
we
hey,
could-
round one,
hey,
you gotta go,
you
and then
do
we
the
got
first half of the
Right.
round.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it
Tag
was like
team it.
tag team Muay Thai,
that would be great.
We
dude.
should do that. We should start that.
Is there a
sport.
league for
MySpace tag team
team?
Muay Thai?
Oh man.
and fax machines?
I know. What is this episode?
The coach can only tell you what to do via fax.
Via fax,
Right,
dude.
right.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Fuck, dude, we have so many good ideas.
But I woke up so happy that I didn't have to do it.
He's like, I'm
Anyways.
so happy your alarm woke me up.
Okay. So, anyways, back to the baby doll. What was his name? Give me a sec. Carl Alambi, you are the baby doll of the week. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I fucking forgot what we're doing, man. I'm
The tabs
so
are like-
rusty.
I'm
It's
like,
like
I
thought it was
never
like,
do it.
say something. I was like, say it.
I was
dude.
like, I never do it.
If you guys know anybody that has deleted the photos that they were hired to take because they wouldn't give them food or water at the wedding, show them this episode.
If you guys know anyone that's like, kids gonna ask you a question,
Show them this episode.
If you guys know anyone that still communicates via fax,
Show
this episode.
See you next week.